Good evening, my fellow friends and YouTubers. This is Kurt, and welcome back to the Kurt's Place channel here on YouTube. Well, guys, it's May 1st, 2021. We got a beautiful day here in Mount Airy, Maryland for another cruising here at the Jimmie here in Mount Airy, Maryland. Let's go and check out all the cars and everything that are here. Got a really good turnout today. Temperature right now is in the upper 60s. It's a perfect day for it. Not expecting any rain, and we got a great turnout today, guys. And as always, I want to thank you again for tuning into the Kurt's Place channel here on YouTube. And guys, I also want to mention too, if you want to check out other shows I have on the channel, you can look on the channel right now. There's other shows from here as well. If you want to check those out, just look under Jimmie car shows. You can check those out as well, in addition to other car shows I have throughout the years. All right, guys, let's go and check out the cars here at the Jimmie car show here in Mount Airy, Maryland, May 1st, 2021. As always, thanks again for watching. Let's check them out. Guys, we got a beautiful day here. This is an absolute gorgeous day. Now, you're going to notice too that it's in the upper 60s today, and this is a beautiful day here in Mount Airy for this car show. Really good stuff today. Attendance numbers today, I'm not sure how many we have today, but there's quite a few here. You can see how beautiful it is, and you're going to notice too that the trees and stuff now are starting to get full now. They're starting to get their leaves and stuff now too. Really great stuff. Let's check them out. Now, I had some people asking, guys, about the MVA car show. I have some good news for you. Look, this year, because they've lifted the COVID restrictions in Maryland, now we don't have to wear masks now outside anymore now when we're walking around now. They've actually lifted that restriction, and it looks like they're going to be having some shows now. The MVA show is going to be back on this year. I do have car show footage from previous MVA shows. We didn't have one last year because of COVID, but this year it looks like it's a go this year for car shows. This is going to be a better year already. I have another show. I have the Autorani show. We got that coming up tomorrow. I'm going to be doing that show. And there's a whole bunch of other ones coming up this year as well. This is going to be a good year for the car shows this year. Thank goodness for that, because I really missed them last year. Now, another show we're going to be having too, I mentioned about having the NBA show. I think there's going to be another show too that we're going to be having too, that they're going to be having later on. It's the Second Chance car show. A really great car show that they have as well. That's also going to be coming up too as well. I'm pretty sure they're going to be having that. Haven't seen a flyer for it yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have that coming up too. That's going to be the Second Chance car show. I do have car shows from previous years from that show, but I think they're going to be having it again this year as well. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. So you can see we got a great turnout today too. And Lester's here today. He's here in the show too as well. We'll get a chance to check his car out later. I made a couple improvements too to the Little Red Rocket. I did an upgrade on my panels and stuff. I'll show you that when we go there. In addition to that, I now have emblems now for the channel on the car as well.
He has to, he's kind of like this grandfather. He has to get to know people.
And this is a really good show. If you get a chance, I highly recommend that you come out to the show. Now, people have some questions about when the Jimmie car show is. The Jimmie car show usually starts up in April, runs all the way through October. It's every first and third Saturday, provided the weather stuff's nice here at the Jimmie in Mount Airy, Maryland. Really great location to have a car show here as well. It's free of charge, doesn't cost anything to show up here. Usually it starts around 4 and usually runs to around 8, typically when the weather's really nice like it is now. You can see, got a beautiful day today for it. And guys, I also want to mention too, somebody also had a question about whether or not they're going to be doing the, I mentioned about the NBA show. Now there's one or two other car shows that I had on my channel. Now I haven't heard anything more about those. Hopefully they're going to be having those as well, but I'll know more as we go along through the car show season. Rest assured, I try to get in as many car shows a year as I can, because doing car shows is one of the things that I love to do, especially in the summertime. And I also enjoy meeting all of my fans and stuff at these car show events as well. If you ever want to come out to one of these, feel free to come out and say hi to me. You'll see the Little Red Rocket out here. You also can look for Lester. He'll be out here as well. Normally we usually do the car shows together when we come out to these things, so it's always a lot of fun as well. They're having a charity raffle this time too here, which is pretty cool too. They have one of those set up there too. And something else too, guys, that we also have too now, I want to mention too now, they also started doing car shows now at the Westview Promenade. That show's usually every second Saturday, usually starting in April, running all the way through October. That's every second Saturday. That's at the Westview Promenade in Frederick, Maryland. A really, really great show as well that I have. I do have some videos on my channel from the Westview Promenade shows as well. If you get a chance and you want to check those out, feel free to do so. And this is another one of these beautiful rain-free days, guys. Not supposed to have any rain today, and that's another thing. When you have rain-free days like this, weather this year has been really good for the show so far. And it sounds like for the Auto Ronnie show tomorrow, we're also going to have really good weather for that as well. Really, really great stuff too. Now, I also want to mention too, you know, if you have any car shows you want to suggest about, go ahead and leave them in the comments section down below. You know, are there any car shows that you would like to represent? Feel free to leave them in the comments section down below. That way people can find out about car shows that maybe they didn't know anything about. I always leave the channel open to suggestions and things as well. So don't be afraid to leave comments in that comment section down below. You know, if there's a show you want to promote or a, you know, if you have a charity you have, leave a link to it in the description down below. That way other people will be able to find it as well. So you can see they got pretty good turnout today. Now, we actually got here at 4 o'clock. We were lucky to get a spot. It was pretty busy here when we came in here today, too. Now, my suggestion, if you do want to come to the show, I mentioned that the show usually runs from 4 to 8, but my advice is if you can get here earlier than 4, I highly recommend that you do it, because sometimes the grounds do fill up pretty quick here, as well as the spots and everything go to. And the nice thing is it doesn't cost anything to come to the show. You know, you can come and go whenever you please, which is really nice, too. And you're going to see there's still cars coming in right now, too. So you see, we got all sorts of different makes, types, models, and everything else. That's one thing great about this show. There's probably going to be a car here for everybody when you come here. That's one of the reasons I love doing these shows.
No, they're definitely Facebook Live.
There's a classic one there too. Really, really great stuff too. I love the old pickup trucks too. Those are beautiful too when they restore those. Really, really great stuff. We got another one here coming up here. There's a yellow one here with a big blower on it. This thing is amazing. You can actually feel when this car runs. You can actually feel the ground move underneath. It's pretty darn amazing. Yeah, this one here, this SS is really nice. This is amazing too. You can really see the blower and everything on this car. That's one thing that's amazing. And this is another thing when you have nice days like this, you get cars like this that come out. That's one of the nice things about not having any rain. Cars like this generally, if they're going to have any rain, you won't see cars like this too much at these shows because it's hard to drive these in the rain. But you can see how awesome that is. What a piece of machinery that is. Isn't that awesome? Really, really cool stuff. You can see now they're gradually starting to fill the parking lot out. Now, one thing I like to do too when I come here, you know, because they have a food line and stuff here as well. What I like to do is I like to have my dinner at Food Line. You know, I'll have my lunch, dinner at Food Line. Then I'll usually get some dessert at Jimmie. That way both businesses benefit from us having these car shows. It's a big boost for the businesses here when we have these, and that's one of the reasons I'm glad they let us continue to do these car shows too, as well as because we really do enjoy them when we have them here. And it's really nice too, you know, that Maryland, you know, has lifted the mask mandate now outside. Now the only thing is, they do require masks if you're in certain groups. Even outside, they still require you to wear masks. But for now, at least when we're outside, for now we don't have to worry too much about that. I just got my second COVID shot today, so I'm actually good to go now for a while now. And there's Lester's Gray Beast. Now this is my car. Now I'm going to show you the improvements I made to my car too. I added additional panels on the display here. I just finished working on this in the shop. I just added the panel. Let me turn over here so you can see it a little bit better. I actually added the display panel here with the channel and the car logo on it, and I also added a channel here with the MSRP and everything on it as well. I had a lot of people asking me, you know, how much did the car cost and everything else. And this actually I just finished up in the shop 2 days ago. And I also have a new addition as well. I now have the channel logos. I actually had a company called Art. It's Emblem Art actually make these emblems for me. These are absolutely fantastic, guys. Really, really cool stuff. If you get a chance, I highly recommend that you use Emblem Art. They were just fantastic in helping me through the whole process of putting everything together. Really, really cool stuff. So you can see you got a pretty good turnout today too. And this truck is always really cool too. Beautiful truck. I see this truck a lot. Really, really cool stuff. Really great stuff. You can see we still have cars coming in too, as you can see here. You can see it. Now what they'll do is they actually drive around here. That's another thing too that's cool. Sometimes you're just sitting here, you can actually watch these cars driving around like they're doing here. When the showgrounds fill up, a lot of times they'll just drive through the show and show everybody their cars, kind of like a rolling show. One of the things that's really cool about coming out here is it's really neat. And that's one thing that's nice about being able to come and go as you please. That's one thing I love about this show too. And you can see got a good line of Jimmie Cone now. They're doing really well over there. I'll be getting some ice cream later on. You can see now we're getting a pretty good turnout here today. Now I had somebody ask me, you know, how many cars are typically here at Jimmie Cone? If you have a nice day like today, rain-free day, 60s to 80-degree days, you can expect anywhere from 100 to 200 cars here on a typical day. It just depends on the weather and everything too. If the weather's nice like it is today, this is awesome weather for the show. And you can see there's still cars coming in here. You can see still got cars coming in here. Now what'll start to happen is some of these cars here clear out too, they'll start filling these spots up too gradually as time goes on. So you see we got cars there. We'll come back around here. We got cars over here. There's a classic. Look at that Mercedes, guys. Nice, huh? That's a classic right there. Huh? Got a few more to check out over here. So what do you guys think about all these cars? Pretty awesome, huh? And the thing that's also nice too when you come out here is you get a chance to talk to the people that own these cars too. That's another thing that's really cool. You know, when you see these cars in a magazine, that's great, but actually being able to talk to the people that own the cars, that's what makes it so great when you come out here too. C8 there. Got a couple more cars here around the corner we'll check out. There's a nice one there. All right, guys, we'll cover these last couple cars and we'll head on back to the Little Red Rocket. All right, guys, so there you go. So there's a Jimmie Cone, May 1st, 2021. Great turnout today, too, for this, too. All right, let's head on back to the Little Red Rocket. Now guys, I also want to mention to you too that I do have merchandise available on the channel now. If you want to check out my merchandise that for the Kurt's Place channel, you know, if you want to help show your support for the Kurt's Place channel, look under the video description down below. There's a link to the Kurt's Place channel store. You can get things such as hats, masks, keychains, and other things from the Kurt's Place channel store. There's all sorts of things. There's even clocks and everything in there. I got a little bit of, I tried to have a little bit of everything in there just so I can have a bunch of things to show people too. Really, really cool stuff. And this is Chris and Lester. Hey Lester, say hi to our fellow YouTubers out there. You got Chris here too, a really cool guy. Alright guys, so let's head on back to Little Red Rocket. You can see how good it looks. I actually just got a chance to wash this car today, and it turned out really, really well. Alright guys, let's say goodbye to Elmo. Elmo's doing okay as usual. He's hanging out here doing alright. Elmo, you doing alright there for everybody? Alright guys, let's go ahead and wrap it up there. I want to thank you again by way for tuning in to the Kurt's Place channel. Hope you all have a great day now. And as always, thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye guys. Have a great day now. See you next time. Take care now.